why these people are so fucking stupid.
You asked the question, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. I live in the state of Florida, despite the fact that I'm wearing the New York thing because of the victory last night in Congressional District 3. In the state of New York, where the elections took place, each child, they spend $24,000 for their education per year. The average within the South is less than $10,000 per child. Now, New York State provides all of that money. I think they get like $1,000 to $2,000 per child from the Board of Ed. I also, in 1998, moved to Florida, and I taught in Florida from 98 to 2020. And for the large majority of that time, it was less than $4,000 to $6,000 a child. It just crested over 10. Of that money, $8,000 comes from the Department of Education. And if you remember correctly, in 2023, 167 congressmen and women voted to get rid of the Board of Education. There is a tremendous amount of gerrymandering that has occurred in southern states, as you well know. And in order to get a populace that is ignorant enough to vote against their own best interests, you destroy public education. You see it in Texas and you see it here in Florida. Money that's being pulled in for voucher programs is not being put into public education, and it's a cumulative effect. The education they're receiving here is inadequate for what it needs to be. Florida took away AP Psychology, AP African American History. Well, it also takes away intellectuals, people that might be on the rainbow or might have a Hispanic last name are leaving states like this. I'm a white guy. I'm going to be relatively okay. I'm sorry, that's just how that is. It's terrible. But I'm not white enough in the sense that I didn't have sex with my sister and I don't want to repress women. And that's going to be the issue. And it's still the issue. I've been a blue dot in the state since 1998, trying to make a difference. But the attacks on public education, it's $500 billion that public education has been underfunded since 2020. I don't have the numbers off the top of my head prior to that, but you want to figure $1 trillion in between 2010 and 2020 at $100 million a year? Seem reasonable? You want to say $750 billion? That is your answer. They created a voting populace ignorant enough to vote for Republicans. It's sad, but true. Please remember that education, please remember that women's sovereignty, please remember immigration and rights for those people on the rainbow and those people who are brown, black, and any color that's not what I am, are all being attacked by the GOP. And they're being attacked because both Richard Nixon and Lyndon Baines Johnson knew that if you could get white racists to believe that they had more than people that were black, you could take the money from their wallet. LBJ and Dick Nixon were right. Please remember to vote true and blue. The lives of women throughout our nation are dependent on that decision.